Awesome. I'm trying to get everything organized so we can get this started. So please just bear with me. No. Internet has been funky and I am not with it. Okay, perfect. I think we're ready. Checking my connection. Booyah. Yes. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Yay. We're live. I tried to do a new streaming. Well, it wasn't really new. I used the streaming service before and it totally, the video from last night. Fortunately, the audio was saved, but the video, not with it. But let's get into our conversation today. Hello, all my beautiful people. This is Tahiri Divine. I go by Diana, the metaphysical midwife, where you come to me with practical spirituality to help up-level your life and your love, your finances, your health, your mental and your spiritual life, because we need practicality in all of these areas. And that's my mission. That's my life mission. That's been my life's work, has been making spirituality practical. You know, I love the woo-woo. I love being all in the clouds and in my head and in the astral plane. However, I also know that I live on this earth existence and there are faculties that need us just as much as we feel in the spiritual plane, right? So yay. Hey, Lauren. Hey, love. I see you are in. Hello, hello. So let's get into Yoni Talk Wednesday. What's today's topic about? So today's topic, we're talking about relationships, because it wouldn't not be Libra season. I wouldn't be myself if I just did not talk about relationships and how relationships are who and what we relate to, how that is definitely indicated in our yonis, our womb space, our creative passion, on our seat, right? This is our asset. And to put this in perspective, right? I talked about Isis and or Osad and Osiris, Osar, whatever names you guys resonate with, right? How the divine feminine rising, and how in her rising, this also entails rises the divine masculine. Well, I want to be very clear that when I talk about divine feminine rising and I talk about the masculine healing, I'm not talking about women and men per se, which is on the physical level that we can see this playing out. I'm really talking more so on in a very interpersonal, personal level, as far as your own femininity, your own feminine energy rising, and your masculine energy coming up alive within that too. Finding the true balance between our masculine energy with our feminine energy. We're talking about this being inner thing. So we're talking about the grand union or the great union or the merging of souls. We're really talking about the merging of souls, or the merging of our left brain, right brain, right? So left brain being the rational mind or the masculine mind, right brain being more of the creative and emotions, the feelings, or the feminine mind, and merging two together, because our mind, our heart, and our womb space as women in our physicalness is actually the trinity or the trifecta or the trilogy of our experience, as our soul's experience as the feminine form or as a female bodied form, right? Let me close my door because the people outside my room is really loud. Hold on, guys. Okay, so we got one. I don't want no interruptions. I want this to be clear communication. Because that's something I'm learning. I'm learning the importance of clear, effective communication, starting with myself, right? So let's get into our Yoni talk, right? So how do we get to this point or this space of connecting these two polarities? Because these are polarities, but this is the beautiful thing about polarities that I'm formulating and putting together in my mind and my life, is that polarity doesn't always mean opposite. It's the same thing. It's just on a separate pole, right? It's like this straw, right? I'm gonna pull the straw that I have. This straw, excuse me, y'all. Oh, there's juice getting all over the place. Okay, anyway, this straw, right? It's one single straw, it's just a straw, but we have one polarity and we have another polarity. Does either of these polarities stop? Does the straw stop being a straw because it has two polarities? And the answer is no, okay? So you don't stop being who you are because you have a feminine polarity and a masculine polarity. What we're here to do is to bring harmony and balance to that. And balance this is something that I've always had this understanding of, and it didn't really come more affirming into me until more recently, is that balance does not mean 50-50. 80-20s balance, 70-30s balance, 60-40, 55-45. Balance. That's balance. We're talking about balance. We're not talking about this false equivalency, right? Because I don't believe that masculine energy and feminine energy is equal to each other. There is a balance to them, but it's not equal. It's not an equality. And we're in a place where we're mastering ourselves and mastering that within us, and doing so within our Yoni space. So what does that mean about mastering your femininity space and your masculine space within yourselves? It means allowing your heart and your mind and your body to be in harmony. And what I mean to be in harmony is that we are acknowledging our emotional nature. And for some of that's easier than others. For me, that's not as easy. It's easy for me to be in my happy emotion or my giving, loving emotion. But as far as being in that for myself, or being stern and being affirmative in what it is that I desire and I want for me, that has where the blockages have come. And this is where our Yoni is going to be important, because our ideas and our belief systems about ourselves is really going to show forth in our life what we attract and what we produce, right? So we're about producing, right? We're about results. So let's get some results today. So let's get into it. So let's start with it. Balancing femininity and polarity, and how you do that through your Yoni space. It starts with mindset. Mindset is going to be the most important thing. And in recognizing your blind spots in your mind, or recognizing the BS or the stories that we tell ourselves. Let's start with childhood, right? A lot of these stories that we tell ourselves are from our childhood. What are some of your ideas and your thoughts as it pertains to your womb space, as it pertains to your vagina, as it pertains to your vulva, as it pertains to your clitoris, your anus, all of that right there, ovaries, everything that has to do with that whole entire sacral chakra organ, right? What are your own personal thoughts about it? I shared with you guys, mine was, I felt embarrassed by mine. I felt that being feminine or being a female was wrong, right? I felt that, and that was coming from the upbringing and the very misogynist way I was raised, okay? So that imprinted this idea that as woman or being female, I thus was not worthy or valuable, because men or being born male was the value. That's the true currency that was being perceived into my mind. So that was deep into my psyche, right? So I already had these preconceived ideas which separated me from really connecting and tapping into this magical space. And then two, I wasn't surrounded by women who were empowered by their femininity, or who were empowered by their own inner power, okay? So that played on another part of how I viewed myself and how I viewed my Yoni. And then I didn't, it's a lot of things. So it's a myriad of things that we unpack, right? So we're unpacking all of these mental hangups that we have, right? These cloudiness, these storylines that we tell ourselves. And then really asking, so, well, which ones are really true? Because we have storylines that may seem true, but are they really the truth? And so that was one of the factors that I say when we connect our mind, because I believe the mind is the piercing of the soul. And I feel like our mind is our masculine energy, where the mind goes, the energy will flow. So it's leading our energy to go and produce a particular way, or to attract a particular way based on our thoughts. Even down to how we feel about other women. How we feel about other women even shows how we really feel about our womb space or our Yoni space, and how we treat it. One of the practices I hope you ladies did last week was, I hope you did the mirror challenge, because we're going to be doing mirror challenges, ladies. We have to do the mirror challenge. If anybody's already done it, put a 1 in the chat room. Who has taken a mirror and really had a sit-down conversation with their vagina? Who did it? Put a 1 in the chat if you did it. Put a 0 in the chat because you're going to do it this week. Okay. I'm gonna put myself in the chat too. Let's go ahead and do it. That part. We in this together. Ain't nobody by themselves. We all up here up leveling. Okay. One out. Okay, I got some ones in the building. I got my one in there. Okay, YouTube, where y'all at? That part. I want to see it. Yes. And one of those, this is something that's really interesting. Okay, we got a 0. We gonna do it. That part. I like that. I like that. Because this is something that I've learned more so as I'm coming out, sharing that we are not alone in our journey. Although we are alone, you're not alone. There's so many other women, particularly in this journey right here, who are on the exact same frequency. Like, yo, you know what? I'm tired of hating myself. I'm tired of my body negativity. I'm tired of attracting relationships. I'm tired of my current relationship. I'm tired of me. I'm tired of me being who I have been this whole entire time and not getting the results I truly deserve. Like, you put in all this energy and all this work and it's like you can't seem to get no reciprocity. How do we get through that? Okay, and that's what we're here. I'm tired. Like, y'all ladies are tired. I'm tired. Okay, I'm tired. So let's get to it. So we're starting with our mindsets and how we view and perceive something. So the mirror challenge is going to allow you to not just see yourself on a very physical level, because we don't really examine ourselves down there. It's not like we're men. Men, they just pull their drawers off and there it is, right? It's complete external. It's their first thing they see about themselves. It's how they know who they are. Ours is so internal. So it's like you have to go and search and seek yourself out. And that is what this Yoni Wednesday talk is about. This is what the Yoni is about: seeking yourself, exploring yourself, because you are not just the explorer, you're the exploration. So to explore yourself and allow yourself to really make peace and reconcile your beliefs about your life, where it is right now and where you are going to go going forward. Okay. So we talked about mindset. Next, let's talk about this heart space. Now, this is something I'm not too keen with, but I'm getting better with it. Okay. Let's talk about the heart space, because we know mind and heart, Yoni is all connected. Heart space. What is it that you truly want for your Yoni, for you? What are you going to do for you? That's a tough question to ask myself, because what I do is I will lie to myself thinking it's the truth, because I would believe that if I was to truly state what it is that I want, I will not get it. So therefore I have to circumvent, or I have to kind of go the long route, or I have to this over explaining, and I have to do, I did this. This is my experiences of my past made me believe that when you speak outright with what you want, you don't get what you want. So you have to use tactics and sneak and be this certain type of way that you don't want to be, but you're trained to survive. So you're going to be that way so you can survive, because you can just hold on to something, right? Hold on to something and hold on to it close, right? So this is why we talk about our attachment styles. What is your attachment style? Because your attachment style is going to show you what you're manifesting and what you're attracting. My personal attachment style, because there's 4, we have, oh God, why do I always do this? We have dismissive, avoidant, I would say clingy, but it's like attachment. And then you have secure, or anxiety, excuse me, not attachment, it's called anxiety attachment style. And then you have secure. I had more so a anxiety attachment style. And my anxiety attachment style came from my hurt and my upbringing of how masculine energy showed up in my life. So let's talk about how masculine energy has shown up in my life and how that has affected my own personal masculine energy. So for me, in my personal life, masculine energy has shown that they abandon you. That has been the experience with myself. My father died. My stepfather didn't necessarily want me around. I had issues with my brother. I had issue with close male relationships, like whether they were friends or guys who were interested in me, right? Or boys are mean to you because they like you, right? That's what we were told growing up, or that's what I was told growing up. So my experience with masculine energy, or the outer world of masculine energy, has told me that masculine energy does not follow through and does not show up. It leaves you, it abandons you. And so what I have done to heal myself or to protect myself is that I have overextended myself into my masculine energy to be a go-getter. And there's nothing wrong with being a go-getter, because I can, like, when it comes to this outside world, I really can handle anything. Like, this is good. Money good, house good, rent good, this good, that good. Like, I'm good. I can take care of myself. I could defend myself. If I had to fight, I'll fight if I have to, right? I'll take anyone down. But in all honesty, I'm really just a scared little girl who really wants a hug, who really wants to be affirmed and told that you're okay, that you're safe. But because of this hang up that I have with masculine energy not showing up, I've recognized how that has played out in my life. Although I'm a go-getter, degreed up, booed up, smart, got careered up, you know, got the outward appearance all together, but my inner realms is torn apart. YouTube, if you guys can see me, let me know if you guys can see me, because I'm getting this weird something going on with my screen. So I want to make sure this is going to show for you guys. All right. But that's where I've been. And so now I'm in this place where the universe is saying, okay, that way you once was, you know, that tough girl, that mean girl, that I don't need nobody, I could take care of myself, Miss Independent. That's beautiful, because you need to have that. You need to be that way. But you've been on that polarity too long. We need to now find the balance. And that has been where I've been having my own personal hangups, finding the balance of releasing control, because I have to control everything in my life because I run a business. I have a family or children. You know, I have responsibilities. So to get to a place where I can feel safe in my emotions and safe with saying, well, I feel this way, that is where I have the biggest trouble at, because I am not in a space 100%, but I'm better now. I'm 100% there, where I can say, you know what? I honor my vulnerabilities as much as I can honor my strengths. And this is what the Yoni Wednesdays or conversations are going to be about. This is what connecting with their Yoni is about. It's about honoring the strength of the womb, because the womb is amazing. You know what really triggers me? When people, and I actually saw this in a post on Facebook, and when people say, more so as men, but overall people say things like, oh, you acting like a pussy, but they use the word pussy as a way to like to demean a person, particularly a man. And it really triggers me, because do y'all know how strong a motherfucking pussy is? Like, pussy is strong and resilient. Has anybody ever watched an actual real live birth? Okay. Y'all ever seen what that pussy do? That pussy get this big and pushes out a whole human person, a whole being of a person, and then it goes back to being small again. I don't know about y'all, but I have yet to see a penis do anything like that. And that's no shade to penises. I'm just saying. But that is a trigger point to me when I hear people say, oh, you acting like a pussy. Nah, you right. If somebody say I'm acting like a pussy, you damn right I'm a pussy. I'm sensitive, I'm tough, I'm resilient, but I'm also gentle, okay? I also like to be stroked, okay? That part. So, but I say that to say the balancing of our strength and our finding the balance in our strength and our vulnerabilities, and allowing yourself to be free within your own inner realms. And this is what my Yoni practice has done. So I started to, oh, hey, Francis. Hey, Black Treasure Chest. Hello. So where I'm at right now in my own personal experience is that I'm allowing myself to slow down, because what I do, I know this is what I do. I'm gonna talk about me, y'all. What I do is when I get into a new relationship, let's say particularly with somebody of the opposite sex, right? A guy that's interested in me. What I've done recently is that I am super aggressive because I ain't trying to waste my fucking time. But I also recognize that my aggressiveness or my abrasiveness is, again, a defense mechanism of trying to control the outcome, so that I don't have to allow myself to be truly open to be hurt. Because I have this notion that relationships hurt, and I don't want to feel hurt. So what I would do is I would be avoidant. Although my attachment style is anxiety, I will go into avoidant mode so that I won't feel any pain. But then I'll also go into this mode of being overtly aggressive as a way to show that I'm unpenetrable. Unpenetrable. You can't penetrate me, okay? Because nobody can get through me because I'm tough. Grr. That whole situation, right? And so what I've recognized is that that's not even authentically me either. Although I am authentically a very go-getter kind of person, but authentically, that's not me to be that all the time. And I honestly, what I want to do, what I would love to do, is to be very honest and open with my feelings. Like, you know what? I feel a little scared. And I want to be able to honor that without feeling like I have to have this whole conversation of like, oh, well, you insecure and this, that. It's like, dang, is it possible for me to be human and the fantasy? Or do you only want the fantasy? How can we determine our attachment style? Yeah. Okay. So I won't say I just got hip to it because I recognize this concept of attachment styles, but there is, I think there's a quiz on, oh God, we want to Google this thing. But I started studying attachment styles when I was really trying to understand why is it that I feel clingy, or why do I enmesh myself with people, like whether they're friends or romantic lovers. I enmesh myself. It's like I completely forget everything about me because I want to please this person. I want this person to like me. I want this person to be close to me because what I truly, really want is closeness and intimacy, but I'm truly afraid of that at the same time. So that had led me to find out about attachment styles because I learned about it in a psychology course years ago, but I didn't deep into it until most recently in the summer. So there's 4 types. You have secure, which is the one that we want to be, but most of us are not. We have anxiety attachment style, we have avoidant attachment style, and we have dismissive attachment styles. And we fluctuate between all 4 of them, but one of them is our main attachment styles. And it starts off as children. And I share with you guys my story. My attachment style was anxiety because I was shown to myself that men and people, because I even experienced this with women in my life, don't show up. And since they don't show up, then there must be something innately wrong with me. And because that, I have to do something to make them want to be with me. So let me start performing. What is that you want me to do? How do you want me to be? I can be that. I can be whatever you want me to be because I want you to like me. I want you to accept me. I want you to love me. I want you to honor me. I want you to respect me. But you know what it is? What I truly want is all those things, but I want that for myself. So therefore, I attract people who mirror back exactly what I am showing myself. I'll give a current relationship right now is that I have this person that was interested in me, and I was upset with this person because they didn't call me on my birthday. I'm gonna keep it around. They didn't call me on my birthday. And I'm like, now you trying to be up in my life. Now, how you mean you ain't gonna call a sis on her birthday out of all days, not the birthday? Well, anyway, I was triggered by that. And the old paradigm voice, which I'm growing out of and dying from, it had a glimpse of light. It's like, oh, here it comes. We got her now. See, this is why nobody cares about you. You ain't that important. See, people don't show up for you. Nobody cares about you. Strangers care more about you, and they don't even know you. They just want the fantasy of what you present, right? That whole negative paradigm voice came in. And I felt it. I believed it. I'm not gonna lie. I believed it at that moment. Like, yeah, you know what? That's true. There's no way a man will love me because why, right? Then you start doing all the things to yourself, telling yourself why you don't deserve this stuff, why you are not worthy of it, because you know what? I still have flaws. And I gained 10 pounds over the summer versus losing the 8 pounds I was supposed to lose. So now I'm a deficit by 18. Damn it. You start nitpicking yourself. You start finding or creating scenarios in your mind on why you don't deserve what it is that you truly want and what you actually really do deserve. So how do we get through that? What do we do? Me, affirmations is important for me. Connecting with my body in a way to understand myself and understand my own body triggers. And that was doing it through my womb space because I carry so much, and a lot of us do this, but I carry so much of my emotional traumas in my womb. And I actually carried it in three places. I'm going to be very frank with you guys. I carry that in three places. I carried it in my womb, which is deeply rooted in there. I carry it on my face, and I carry it in my gut. Those are the three places where most of this, the latter two are the two places where I gain weight the most. I gain weight in my face, and I gain weight in my stomach area. And I had to ask myself, well, what does that truly mean? Because everything means something to me, right? It means that I carry a lot of emotional weight. And as a teenager and into my early 20s, I suffered terrible acne, y'all. Like when I said I had pustule acne, that's the big boils on your face. Oh, I had terrible acne growing up. And that was predicated from my own traumas that I put deep into my psyche, deep into my body, coming out. I carried in my weight, which shows that I don't trust myself. So the weight is now blocking my solar plexus from me really truly shining, which is also that weight is putting pressure on my womb, which is now suppressing, again, my own true hidden desires, my true desires. So I am now in this space. It's like, okay, I'm recognizing these, I don't want to use the word flaws, these circumstances that I've created from not being clear with myself and not truly trusting myself. And now I'm in this space where I'm having this conversation about my emotions and realizing that this emotional world is not really easy to tread because it's not secure like the outside world, right? The outside world has systems and protocols and procedures, and I know how to do all that stuff. Give me a system, give me a protocol, give me rules so I can show up on that. But to show up on my emotional realm, to show up for what I truly want for me, and to provide avenues for that to happen is where I have my biggest hangups. So let's recap what we're talking about. We're talking about our mind, connecting the trinity of our body, mind, heart, yoni, the trifecta, the fullness of ourselves, the areas that are truly driving us. What are we storing in here? Are we ready to face and clear out the junk, clear out the old paradigm? Because that old paradigm of being Miss Tough Girl is not going to sustain me to this next level. Now, also the old paradigm of being the victim is not going to push me or have me thrive. So where could we have balance where we can acknowledge the truth of our experience, allow the feelings to be real because they are real feelings and you have to allow yourself to feel it, right? And then move forward. And how do we move forward? For me, mantras are going to be so important for me because I have to do it because faith comes by hearing. And you have to hear it over and over and over and over and over and over and over until you believe it, until you receive it, until it's so embedded into you that your real truth of what you are and who you truly are is so embedded in you that when those negative voices or that little inner critic finds a little hole to peep itself through, to put its little stream of consciousness into your mind, you're able to check it and say, nah, I've driven my boat through that stream before, and I know what that one leads to. I'm going to go and steer another way. And this is where we'll see the trueness of our authenticity. And this is where we find the stability of standing firm and what is that we know we deserve. Because you know what? I worked too damn hard to be the woman I am right now. I worked too damn hard. I had too many long nights. I cried too many tears. I had too many unknown days where I didn't know where anything was coming from. I had days when I was going to live in my car with my babies. I had days where I had nothing. And I created all of this, some things out of no thing. So why the hell will I not believe that I deserve to have somebody to value, honor, and love and cherish me the same way that I can give to somebody else? So I am learning to put that energy out that I give to others, to pour it back into myself, and to know that I am enough, that my pussy don't have to look like the next girl pussy. My body don't have to look like the next woman's body. My mind doesn't even have to be like the next woman's mind. That I am unique and special and here for a direct purpose to live my life fully and authentically me. Because just as much I need me, somebody else needs me too. And I used to feel like, oh my God, why do I feel like I feel more motivated when somebody else needs me versus me needing myself? It's because others have shown to me me. Everybody shows me me. Every situation, whether it's somebody I like or don't know, I've always see something. I always see me back. And this is so fun. I'm gonna give you guys a real life scenario how this happened. It actually happened one today, but I want to give this other one because this other one's funny. So Friday I was, I tell you what, guys, I work in property management, right? So I had this new resident that was moving in, and he tried to, and well, before he was doing that, me and my assistant was talking, and she's a new assistant of mine, and I was telling her, just get to know her, and I was like, yeah, you know, I'm kind of personality trait I am. I was like, yeah, you know, I like to get deals. So I can get a deal. So it's all about getting a deal, and I'm not always about getting a deal, but like, when I like to go out, I you know, I just like to have fun and flirt and whatever, you know, and I just know how to get what I want. If you know, if I don't want you to charge me for these extra fries, you ain't gonna charge me for these extra fries, right? So, you know, I just know how to attract that type of energy, right? Always getting free stuff, always get free stuff. So after having that conversation, the new guy that was supposed to be moving in had called, and he was asking if he could like not pay his deposit, right? If he could break his deposit up into 2 different payments. And I'm like, nah, bro, we don't play that game. Give me your whole deposit or you ain't getting these keys, okay? So within like 2 minutes, he's like, all right, I'll pull up. And I said, I'll pull up and like, I'll be there in 10 minutes with the money. So the man already had the money. He was just trying to see if he can get away with not paying the money. And I was like, you know what? Everybody shows back to me. I ain't even mad because you know what? Everybody's looking for a deal. Everybody's looking to get over if they can. That's when they trying to get over to be, you know, mean-spirited. But if they can, why not? And me and my assistant was laughing about it. Like, wow, were we just talking about how everybody's mirrors and we were just talking about situations how people try to get over or I was like, yeah, but he's a Capricorn. Let's see what his birthday is. And Sean, we look at his birthday. He a Capricorn. I was like, I ain't even mad. He just wanted to see if he can get it. You know what I'm saying? But it just shows everybody's a reflection, right? Our relationships, our children, our parents, even the things about our parents we don't like. Even the things about my children I don't like my youngest, I tell you, she is so attached. Oh my gosh, she's I gotta figure out which, I guess she's anxiety attachment, maybe like mine. But it's something that I don't like. I don't like it. I don't like it. I love being a mom and everything like, but I don't like that whole, oh, I gotta hold a mommy. I don't like that. I just don't. I don't, right? But I understand and I get it. And so I try to help her through her emotional world to not be as attached, but then to also honor her attachment because she's only 4 years old. So it's not like, you know, whatever. I got a heart. She's 4. But to maneuver through this, it's like, okay, that's something in myself that I don't like that I do. Like I may not do it on that extent, but I still do that. I have these attachments, you know, this anxious attachment, like, don't leave me. No, I got to hold on to you, mama. Where are you going? You know? So I said, okay, that's something in me that I don't like. So we're going to have to heal this thing. We're going to have to acknowledge this. Where does this come from? And a lot of this came from my childhood feelings and suppressing them. And ladies, like I said, we suppress a lot of our emotional traumas in our womb spaces. And what that energy does, because it's not being flowed full, it's not finding a filter through our chakra systems or our energy points, it becomes stagnant energy and it sits. And then we start to manifest physical ailments from it. Heavy bleeding, heavy periods, PCOS, and fibroids, and all of these different ailments that we have that happens in the womb. Cervical cancer and tumors and all of this, then, you know, it's just the weight gain and then the feelings of unworthy, you know, all that weirdo stuff that we start to feel, right? So how can we start to clear out that energy? And I really believe that when we clear out our mentalness, when we honor our heart space, and when we pay attention to the physicality of our body, we will truly see the change that we so desire. Because the change that we desire starts with us. It doesn't matter what any man does. It doesn't matter what any woman does. It don't matter what no friend, no partner, nobody. They can do whatever they gonna do. But until we do what's necessary for ourselves, ain't no change gonna come. Well, ladies, that's all the time I have for today. This has been a very opening conversation, but it's definitely needed because we all need a mirror and we all need to see ourselves because we have blind spots. You know, we all came a long way in our healing and our elevation and our knowledge and our wisdom. And you deserve to pat yourself on the back on that. You deserve that. And you also deserve the love, the care, the tenderness, the honor, the adoration. You deserve that too. So let me be the one to tell you, if nobody told you today, that I really do love you, ladies. I love you because I love myself. And I'm not going to get emotional and start crying. But you know what? If I do, that's authentically me too. And that's okay. Because I'm in my heart right now. And yeah, I'm in my heart right now. And I honor that. But alrighty, I'm about to get off, y'all. But before I do, let me give y'all this announcement that I've been working on. I hope you guys are on my email list. Because if you are, y'all know we got some great events coming up, and I'm going to share about this event. So I want to share with you, ladies. I am putting together I already put it together. It's not going to be launched until November, but it's a 6-week course. It's going to be a live interactive course. So this ain't like pre-recorded. Nope, this is live. You got to show up for this, okay? It's a live. It's called the 6-week transformation with the goddess. And it's a 6-week extensive. It ties into shadow work. It ties into Yoni work. It ties into our mental, spiritual health, physical health work. And for 6 weeks, we'll be journeying through 4 to 5 different goddesses four to 5 different goddess energies that really will help us to maneuver through our mental realms, our emotional realm, our physical realm, our financial realm, and also our spiritual realms, and allow us to have balance and harmony in that, so that when we go into 2021, baby, we go into that thing full throttle. So if you ladies are interested in that, please make sure you're following me on my newsletter, which is on TahiriDivine.com. You can sign up through there. Please make sure you guys are following me on my social sites, but I'll be putting out the flyers for that this weekend. So I'll start promoting that out. I look forward to that. That is, I know, something that I truly, definitely, I'm so excited for this. Thank you. Oh, thank you. You all, you guys inspire me. Like, oh, you guys inspire me so much. So thank you to you all too. I have my podcast that's coming out. Okay. So that's coming out next month. I'm excited. Yeah. I've been working on this podcast for like years, but I'm finally ready to put this thing out there. So that'll be launching out next month. It's the I Heart Intimacy podcast. So I look forward to that. Because, Sis got a voice. Sis got a sexy voice when she really, really, put that voice on. You got the music and the scenery. And, okay. So we about to get sexy all 2020, 2021 long. Okay. But yes, that's coming up. Oh, goodness. And of course, we're diving deeper into shadow work next month. Ladies. Woo! Getting us prepared for that 6-week transformation with the goddess. Okay. So we boom, boom, booming it. Okay. We booming it. But all right, ladies, that is all for today. I love you all. And thank you all for rocking with me. Until next time. I might go, you know what, y'all? I might do an impromptu live this weekend. Cause last Saturday was my birthday, but we celebrated this weekend and we're going to celebrate it all Libra season long. but I'm having my birthday party dinner thing this weekend. I might go live and let y'all, get ready with me. We'll see, because sis gonna be looking real cute. So I'm about to flood the timeline this weekend. So just know that sis gonna be real extra, okay? But yeah, so I might do that for y'all, because I want y'all to party with me, be with me, as I get ready for that. But all right, ladies and gents, thank y'all for partying and kicking it with me today. Until next time, we'll see you guys next week for our shadow work series and spiritual protection. And also we're continuing our Yoni Talk Wednesdays. And then we'll go from there. Peace.